Major Slack Videos.
Hey, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Elden Ring. This is part 7 of my Hybrid Ranger build walkthrough, and we just finished spanking Margit the Fell Omen in the lands between, and we're about to take on Stormveil Castle. I want everybody to put on their best holy gear. Okay, best. That would be if you have just the default gear that we've been getting in this walkthrough. That would be the prisoner's helmet and all the traveler's gear, the traveler's armor, the traveler's gloves, and the traveler's boots. All right, put on your Godrick talisman. And before we take on Stormveil Castle, we're going to go get a couple more spells. We have some money. Put those points into endurance up to 14. Okay, endurance up to 14. This will leave us about 4,000 or 5,000 runes left over. I put Gamer Slack on this one, so Gamer Slack is down there in the trenches behind the gun, and MC Dub Slack here in the rear with the gear on the microphone. Make yourself 50 fire arrows. 50. Save yourself 2 flight pinions to make a batch of 20 poison arrows, alright? And as well as enough thin beast bones. And I ran out of thin beast bones, so I came here to the Church of El. Also, put your spells back in order. Glintstone Pebble, Glintstone Arc, Magic Glint Blade, and Rock Sling. Although we're going to shortly replace Glintstone Pebble with a brand new spell. And I'm just going to go out in the field here and kill a couple of sheep so that I have enough thin beast bones to make a batch of 20 poison arrows. And I just want to rearrange my pouch here. Get it field ready instead of boss ready. Alright, let's go whack a couple sheep. And there's the thin beast bone there. So that's all we need. Make a batch of 20 poison bone arrows. This is important for Stormveil Castle. Now, let's go way down to the bottom of the Weeping Peninsula, the southwest end of the Weeping Peninsula, the isolated merchant's shack, and we're going to make a couple of important purchases that I told you about earlier. The lantern, and those 3 smithing stones too. Here, buy the lantern, and buy these 3 smithing stones too. And now we're going to make one final important purchase, the rapier. The rapier only weighs 2.5 pounds, whereas the current default prisoner weapon, the Gostoc, which is also a thrusting sword, weighs 4.5 pounds. Also, the rapier does a lot more critical hit damage. It does 130 critical hit damage, and the Gostoc only does 100 critical hit damage, but we're going to keep both. Okay. Now what you want to do is put... How did I put this? The Golden Vow on the rapier and the Sacred Blade on the Gostoc. Okay, once again, the Golden Vow on the rapier, the Sacred Blade on the Gostoc. And I want you to load up both. Load up the rapier first with Golden Vow, and then load up the Gostoc right after it with Sacred Blade. Because we're going to take on a couple of skeletons, a couple of 3 skeletons. They can only be killed with holy damage. And the Sacred Blade will do the job. And back up the lake-facing cliffs. As you can see, Gamer Slack is just really trucking along here, so I'm having problems keeping up the commentary. I do my best. Okay, here we are, lake-facing cliffs. You're going to gallop down the hill here into this graveyard. In this graveyard is the Academy Scroll, which will give us some new spells. Cast your Golden Vow. Make sure you cast Golden Vow. Switch over to the Gostoc and wipe these guys out with Sacred Blade. That'll kill them instantly. Otherwise, they just keep respawning. There's number 2, and make sure you get number 3 over here. There's just 3 of them. Make sure you do it quickly before they start spawning all that skeleton crap. And go over here and get the Academy Scroll. Alright, this will give us 2 new spells once we take it back to sell it. And over here by this tree, you'll find an Arteria Leaf. That's important for Exalted Flesh. And now let's go back to Waypoint Rune Cellar. And before we give the scroll to Selen, we're going to go after another scroll that is right nearby. Alright, hop on your horse. Swap out that last weapon slot for the hornbow. And we're going to gallop up here to the south. To a location I call the Great Ape Camp. It's just dead ahead up that hill there. This is the name I gave it. It's really an unnamed location. But in this camp is the Great Ape. We're not going after the Great Ape. We're going after the Royal House Scroll, which is at the top of the ruins. See that tree that's dead ahead? And just right behind it there's some ruins. And there's a mage up there. He'll probably start shooting at us, but don't worry about it. We're just going to do a speed run in and grab that scroll. So just follow exactly what I'm doing here. Go along the cliff here to avoid that stuff right there. You see that? That's the mage up top shooting crap at you. And we're going to follow the cliffside around. And there's some birds. And you know what you do when you see birds? That's right. You get off your horse, look up your glintstone arc, and milk these suckers for some flight pinions. Okay, so that you can make fletched arrows. Fletched arrows need flight pinions. They're easy to farm as long as you just keep hitting up these birds. Every opportunity. And you'll never run out of flight pinions, alright? There's some more birds here. This is on the way to what we want to do. Alright. Turn to the north. Follow this path here to get on top of these ruins here. Just ignore all the soldiers. Double jump on top of the ruins. Whack the mage there. And you see a little sparkly thing at the end? That is the Royal House Scroll. Grab that. Boom. Royal House Scroll. And get the F out of dodge. Just jump off the side here. And we're going to go back to Selen at the Waypoint Rune Cellar. And we're going to feed her both these scrolls, which will put some new spells in her inventory.
There you are. Shall we commence?
Okay, so give a scroll. Academy scroll.
Well. I'll be sure to never lose that
And the Royal House Scroll.
Is that very well? I'll be sure to never lose that
Alright, now we have some new spells, namely the Swift Glintstone Shard, the Great Glintstone Shard, that's the one we want to buy, and the Carrion Slicer, that's another one we want to buy. Alright, now we're going to need about 3,500 runes to get both these spells, so let's go out and make some money. Let's go to our ATM, the Farum Great Bridge, which, as some of you know, is a location that has all those vulgar militiamen. Each one is worth 1,000 runes. These guys are extremely deadly, but if you can take them down quickly, they're worth 1,000 runes each. So let's go whack a few of these guys. You can easily kill them with 5 charged glint plates. That's one way to kill them. Another way to kill them is 4 rock slings. There's one right there. Keep your distance. Get your sneak on. Get behind him. Lock on. 5 charged glint plates. That's all it takes. And you probably want to spread them out the way I did. You don't have to, but it just kind of gives you better visibility as to what's happening with them taking them down. Alright? That's 1,000 runes right there. Now I'm going to do the rock sling method. There's another guy right there. He's patrolling in the opposite direction. That's exactly what we want. Get close enough and slap in those rock slings. This is a little quicker, but slightly more dangerous. You can break his stance with the second rock sling. The third rock sling you can get in before he recovers. It's the fourth rock sling that's a little dangerous, but it pretty much goes off without a hitch. Alright, so there's 2 methods of killing these guys. This is what I call my ATM because it's an easy way to make some quick cash. Note that the fourth glint blade always breaks his stance. Charged glint blades are great at breaking stance. That's one of the changes that they made in the recent patch 1.07. They increased the amount of poise
There you are.
breaking power of the glint blade, if you will. Okay, buy yourself the Great Glintstone Shard and buy that Carrion Slicer. The Carrion Slicer is basically a backup weapon. Won't be using it much, but I'm going to show you exactly where it's going to be very useful. Now, Glintstone Pebble is now been replaced by the Great Glintstone Shard. Okay, Glintstone Pebble has been retired. Thank you very much for your services. You have been honorably discharged. And now, it's back to Stormveil. And here in Stormveil Castle, let's wait. What are you doing there, Slack? No, that's fine, Slack. Everything's good. You got the horn bow. You got the rapier with golden vow. That's good. Let's put Blitz in her Sunday best, because you know, this is a castle, and you know, there's like royal people here. Don't need armor, so let's just slap on the prisoner suit. There we go. Some cleavage and a little leg for my predominantly male audience. We won't need armor, don't worry. Now let's go talk to Gostoc.
Come over here, would you? You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected.
Agree to this.
Yes, that's the spirit. You're just the kind of tarnished that I like. I pray for your success.
Okay, he sounds like a real sneaky son of a bitch, and he is. If you die during Stormveil Castle, he will steal 30% of your runes. Now we're gonna fix that, okay? And let me just rearrange my pouch here. It was configured for boss mode. Now I'm gonna put it into field mode. Right? Lights up. And let's grab some loot here. Some fire grease and Atrina's lily. Grab that. And back to the site of grace there. I forget what it's called. Stormveil Castle main gate. That 1 minute there. And now we're going to start pushing along the Stormveil Castle cliffside. Out here, through the hole that Gostoc told you about. Yeah, when you die, he will steal 30% of your runes. So when you go back and recover your runes, you'll find that you're 30% short. We're going to fix that. We're going to go through the Gostoc quest line. I'm going to show you exactly what to do to get him to stop stealing your runes. Okay, in the meantime, just follow exactly what I'm doing here. Climb up here. Hop over on the left. And go get yourself a smithing stone here. A smithing stone too, that's important. These Stormhawks are absolutely hellacious, but you can easily one-shot them with a rock sling as long as you're within range. Okay, take down that guy, that's important. Hop down here. Go to the south. And you're going to creep along the cliff here. You're going to see 2 more Stormhawks here. One right here. One rock sling will easily kill him. Instant kill. The other one, make sure you push off to the left here so that the rock sling on the right doesn't bash into the tree. See what I mean? Make sure that all 3 rock slings hit. Otherwise, you won't instantly kill them. And down here, we're going to cut off to the left and get some bolts, which is important. It's actually important to this build. Get 10 free bolts here. That's $400 worth of bolts right here. Alright, grab those. And push up the edge of the cliff towards the south. Hook around here. And at this point, you want to stick to the right as much as possible. There's 3 more Stormhawks up ahead. See this tree like in a V shape? Make sure you do not go past this tree. Okay, so I'm creeping up just right by here. That's as close as you can get. There's a Stormhawk on the ground you can get with Rock Sling, and there's 2 more in the tree that you cannot reach with Rock Sling. So you're gonna have to use your horn bow, do a headshot, mighty shot, fire arrow, and it should instantly kill them. And once again, if I say use the hornbow, it's mighty shot all the way. Okay, use the skill mighty shot. I'll let you know if it's just a regular shot. Just automatically assume that you're doing a mighty shot. Alright, get that smithing stone 3 there and the flight pinion. If you were lucky enough to drop them with some flight pinions, and make your way up here to the north to this site of grace here. And you can rest here. Doesn't matter if you respawn stuff. Everything that is ahead is new territory, and that is up the hill to the north there. And I just want to wait till daytime. Up the hill. There's a guy patrolling at the top. We want to take him out with the hornbow. Get right here where I am. Push off to the right as much as possible. And when he patrols up to the end here, like, he's going to stop and then patrol back. When he stops, let fly with a shot with your hornbow. That should instantly kill him. And go up the stairs here. When you get to the top of the stairs, make sure you stop right at the top and do not go any further. Right here. See this little triangle here? Don't go off that triangle. Just go off to the left here a little bit. And this will give you a line of fire on this guy. Do a headshot. And that'll instantly kill him. Switch over to your staff. And in Great Glintstone Shard. Go in here. Target this guy. A couple of shards should kill him easy. Switch over to your Glintstone Arc. Strike that. Switch over to your Hornbow. And you can take out this guy up here. There's another guy down below to the left that I could have taken out. I didn't realize that I could get a line of fire on him, so yeah, you should take that guy out too, but it's no big deal. In here, switch to your staff and use your Glintstone Arc to take out these two guys. One shot, kill them both. And now we can go out and grab the goodies on the balcony here. Switch back to your bow. At this point right here, Gostoc will start stalking you. And if you die from this point on, he will steal 30% of your runes. I'm going to show you how to fix that before the end of the video, alright? You take out this guy up here, easily one shot. This guy, there's a guy way up ahead. You can kind of go to the top of the stairs and get him to start throwing fireballs so it will clear all those explosive barrels there. And then you can target him. They clear line of fire, one shot him, and that'll take care of those guys. Back here are throwing daggers. And this is the way to continue, except it's locked. This will require the rusty key. So we're going to have to go back this way to the southeast. Down here is another guy. You can take him out with a hornbow, one shot. Up here. And this is the other guy I told you that I missed. You could take him out with a fire arrow down below. And I used a fire pot instead. Okay, through here, you can roll through these barrels here. Make sure you don't use any fire on those barrels because they'll blow up in your face and you'll pretty much instantly kill you. Alright, the rusty key is in that room right beside that guy that I just killed. I'm going to show you that in a minute. First of all, we're going to take out this guy here. Make sure you grab this gold room and hop down just like I'm doing here. Switch over to your magic glint blade. Gamer Slack, slow down. He's really trucking along here. Although I like it. I like when I like uploading videos like this. You can see how much my live running commentary really slows me down. Okay, so do a 1-2 combo on this. Magic Glint Blade, that's charged Glint Blade, immediately followed by a regular Glint Blade. That's what I call the 1-2 combo, as I've mentioned before. And get yourself the hook claws here. And now we're going to go up to the rusty key room. And I'm going to use a special strategy here. This is the only place where this build will not be able to easily handle a combat situation. But it doesn't matter because we have the sacrificial twig. So what we're going to do, oh yeah, what Gamer Slack is doing is showing you the exact spot where Gostoc starts stalking you, is right here. Okay, and after you pass that spot here, if you look back down here, you'll see Gostoc right there. You see he's stalking us. So to continue his quest, all you have to do is go back and talk to him. And basically, like, you know, say, surprise, you know, we know you're stalking us. But before you go down there, don't forget this Stormhawk in the tree there. Horn bow, zoom in, precision aim, headshot, instantly kill him. Okay, make sure you use that fire arrow, headshot. And let's go down here. And we're going to hook around to the right to get up to see Gostoc. And here are the authorities coming. That's how you know it's a genuine Major Slack video. I live downtown near a hospital, so that's why there's often sirens in my video. Hey, you! You! Boo!
Oh, you!
That scared you.
Oh, great. I'm glad you're here. Just a small reward. I was saving it for you. Please, it's all yours.
Okay, and he gives you a Grace Mimic, which is completely useless
Good,
to
now let's be
single
on
player
our way,
offline.
shall we? Wouldn't want the guards to spot you. Hop along, will you? What'll happen if the guards catch you strutting about?
Okay, once you hear the guard strutting about dialogue, that's the end of his dialogue, and at this point he will no longer stalk you up until the next waypoint that you pass, at which point he will start stalking you again. And I'm going to show you how to get out of that in part 8. But for now you're safe. So if you die, he won't take 30% of your runes up until the next point. I'll show you about that in part 8. Okay, so let's retrace our steps here. And we're going to go take on the Banished Knight in the Rusty Key room. You don't have to kill him. The main strategy is we're just going to run in. Here, I'm just showing you the, once again, here's the Rusty Key door. When you have to get the Rusty Key. We're just going to go in, quickly grab the Rusty Key, and then you could just let him kill you. But we're going to have the Sacrificial Twig in our inventory, in our, whatchamacallit, talisman slot, which will prevent us from losing runes. You can kill him with Magic Limp Blade. I've done it before. This is probably a little above the pay grade of most of like average gamers, but it can be done. Even if you can't do it, we'll come back and kill him right afterwards. Okay, so put on your best armor. Make sure you put the Sacrificial Twig, which we got earlier. Replace the Green Turtle Talisman with that. Or rather, replace the green... yeah. Sacrificial Twig Slack. Here we go, we finally remembered. Okay. A Green Turtle Talisman, put the Sacrificial Twig. That'll prevent you from losing runes if you die. But that Sacrificial Twig gets used up. Okay, it's like a one-shot deal. Now here's what's going to happen. We're going to go in. Gostoc is going to suddenly turn it all dark. See, he's a real son of a bitch. This is Gostoc over here. Hear him laughing. Run straight ahead, quickly grab the Rusty Key, and you're good. Now you can attempt to kill the Banished Knight, but don't worry if you can't. This is the strategy I use. Hit him with a Magic Limp Blade and then run to the opposite corner. Turn around and hit him with a Limp Blade again. You have to do this perfectly. You can't miss a beat as I did here, otherwise he'll kill you. You see, as you can see, this is our one Achilles heel. A very tight space with a powerful enemy. That's the one thing that this build can't handle. But this happens very rarely, so don't worry about it. This situation happens very rarely, so don't worry if you die. You'll see that we get all our runes back. You lose the Sacrificial Twig, but you keep your runes. Okay? There we go, didn't lose anything. But we have the Rusty Key. Now you have a choice. You can go and continue to open, like just continue right through, open the Rusty Key door, or you can go back to him and get some payback. Payback! Yeah, payback! Want to be the same thing, Slack? No, it won't. See, after you've already attempted to fight him once, the door is now open. So we can open the door, go into sneak mode, and sneak in. Oh yeah, and make sure you replace your Rock Sling with Carrion Slicer here. That's what Gamer Slack is doing. Replace your Rock Sling with Carrion Slicer. This will help with the Banished Knight in the Rusty Key room. Okay, so let's get our castle gear on. There we go. Little cleavage and little leg for my predominantly male audience. And let's quickly run through here again. We won't have to kill everybody. Just a few key guys. Same thing here. Wait till he stops. He turns around, patrols back, and he's going to patrol back again towards us. Lock on. Get ready. As soon as he stops, let fly. Should be an instant kill. Here we go. Same thing here when you get to the top of the stairs. Don't go past that little triangle there. Just go off to the left a little bit. You get a line of fire on this guy. Headshot. Instant kill. Glintstone shard. A couple of shards on this guy. Glintstone arc. One shot these guys. Target the guy on the left. And use the bow to wipe out the fire bombers up top. Usually I like to go up near the barrels to get them excited to start throwing fire bombs, and then they blow up all the barrels, which gives you a clear line of fire on them. There we go. Don't have to headshot these guys, just target their body. Make sure you stay well back from the top of the stairs. Otherwise their fire bombs will reach you. And the guy down below, don't have to worry about him. Unless you want to make some extra money. Alright. Glintstone shard on this guy. And here's what we're going to do. By the way, you're doing this because you want some payback. If not, just go straight for the rusty key door. Now we're going to open the door, go into sneak mode. Get your bow ready and carefully sneak in like this. Turn and use your precision aim to knock out all the debris blocking the line of fire on the Banished Knight, which is just to the north. Okay, just around in through the door and off to the left. Carefully destroy all this debris here. Be ready to run because sometimes this gets him excited. Once you've got all the debris destroyed, you can switch to your staff and use magic glint blade, and 5 charged glint blades will kill him. I'm going to show you a backup plan in case he got excited. And out the door you go quickly and off to this side here. Now, in case he got excited and you had to bail out and go outside the door, make sure you go off to this side here, and he'll get stuck behind the door, and you can use your carrion slicer to slice him right through the door, just like this, just the way I'm showing you. Okay? So you can just do one slice, back away, and hit him like that right through the door. He'll be stuck behind the door right here. Typically. Occasionally, if you didn't get out the door fast enough and off to the right there, he may actually come through the door. Okay, if that happens, boot it all the way down the stairs to the bottom, hook up your glintstone shard, and take him on from a distance. You should be able to finish him off, but that really happens. He usually gets stuck behind the door. Alright, so we got that talisman that I got there that's probably not applicable to our build. It improves guard counters. And this is the way to continue. As you saw, I just used the rusty key on the door here. Go up the ladder. The way to continue up top is to the left, but we're going to go to the right first. Get a couple of kills, make some extra money. Way down at the end there is a guy beside an explosive barrel. Just target the barrel. And I think I did a mighty shot there. You don't need to do a mighty shot on that guy. And this guy you can just take out with the carrion slicer. Hop over that gap. Get up behind him, one shot with the carrion slicer, and here is fire grace. And over there is the brick hammer. We don't need that for this build, so we can just ignore that. It's kind of a bit of a rigmarole to get it. Just ignore that. Hop over the gap, and we're going to continue here up the stairs. Watch out, there's a guy right to the left there. Go to the top of the stairs, turn around, Lock on, Carrion Slicer, one shot. Don't worry, his attack is really slow, so you can always beat him. And here we can get a backstab. Hook up your rapier, sneak mode, get up behind him, press the attack button, backstab, get the silver pickled foul foot. And the way to continue is up these stairs here. Up at the top of the stairs to the right is another banished knight. And you know the routine now, 5 magic glint blades. This one's a lot easier because we have a lot more elbow room. We get the jump on him. To get some extra sauce, so you get some extra damage, switch over to your rapier and cast the Golden Vow weapon skill. And back to your magic glint blade. When he's got his back to you, lock on, 5 charged glint blades. And you may want to push off to the right here a little bit to make sure all the glint blades hit. And switch over to the Great Glintstone Shard. By the way, this is something you should always do. Any enemy you target with magic glint blade, hang on, I'll tell you about that in a minute. First of all, you want to like tweak yourself over on these vines here very, very, very carefully. Off here. And you'll drop down to this ledge here. Hook around. Here we could take out this guy and make a little extra chump change. And down this way, hop down here and get 3 Arteria Leaf, which as you may remember can be used to make exalted flesh. And make the hop over there. There's the rusty key door down there. It's already open. And everybody's dead. Now back to what I was saying earlier. Whenever you're using the magic glint blade to kill an enemy, immediately after you've shot the required numbered of glint blades to kill him, switch quickly over to your Great Glintstone Shard just in case one of your glint blades misses and the enemy, who is now almost dead but not dead, is charging you, so that you can quickly finish him off with the Great Glintstone Shard, right? So if you notice that I quickly switched over to the Great Glintstone Shard there, that's why I did that. That elevator is not functional. We'll have to get it functional. And there's another elevator over here that is also not functional. I'm going to show you how to get this one functional before the end of the walkthrough. Alright, and we finally made it to the next site of grace. As you see, the lever doesn't work. There! What a rush! Gamer Slack! He's such a badass! Yeah, how about a thumbs up for Gamer Slack? And Blitzen, take a bow. And part 8 is already live. Blitzen, show everybody where part 8 is. Right up there. That's right. It's right there. Click on that thumbnail. You can watch part 8 right now. But before you do, hey, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like I said, and subscribe and post a comment, and I'll see you in part 8.